Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarQives, the KarQ Archives, my second channel where I upload VODs from my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/KarQ. Today, I'm going to be doing some gameplay review from thefatkingnich on Twitch, who redeemed coaching and replay review. You too can redeem your gameplay for me to review and coach by coming to the stream and watching long enough to build up loyalty points. And for 50,000 points, you can redeem some coaching as well. So Fat King Nick, in-game name, I'm Thick, playing some Roadhog. I don't know the rank of this player yet. Let's see what we can do to help out the Hog style, the Hog gameplay. Okay, the thing about Roadhog is there's like a couple of different play styles, especially since the Roadhog fire rate nerf. He's less shield spammy and way more of a flanker now. Even though they reverted some of the damage buffs, I still think that play style is a bit better than playing straight up front, unless your team kind of needs that sort of presence. But I think you try to look for off-angle picks. But if your team kind of needs help, you have to learn how to adjust. You can't permanently flank. If the rest of your team is getting owned, you need to change your playstyle. But for the most part, it can work as long as the enemy team isn't dealing with you. If they respond to you and are actually actively looking for your flank and punishing you, you got to change it. The worst is if you guys play Roadhog and you stick to that one flanky playstyle and you don't make any adjustments, right? It all depends on the context of the game. If they're looking for you and your team needs frontline presence help, like, you can't just be doing that same shit over and over again. All right, so your Genji went in. You didn't need to take a breather that early. You definitely should be shooting before you go for that hook there. So you're not playing necessarily flank style right now. You recognize, so you look at their team comp, right? And you're like, can I flank anybody on this team? At this point, you should know their comp. Widow's going to play super high ground. Ashe is probably going to coach gun, you know, up top here at some point. Mercy's kind of flying around. Moira is kind of hard to punish because she can fade away. They have a Winston ball. So this is where you have to be like, okay, so maybe flanking on Hog here isn't as powerful as actually playing with my team and punishing their dive based on their tanks. So this is where you can look for like random flanky, like off angle hooks, maybe during downtime when they're not prepped to jump in yet. But if you're in a neutral fight and they're jumping in, you can probably just play patient and wait for it. So you waited for that ball to drop down, and yes, you did the right thing and hooked them. But you can definitely go for the shot into hook. That's so important on Roadhog. You can always shoot before you hook. Always. Like 95% of the time. Unless like there's just you have one bullet left and you need to get the hook into the shot, and you have to reload after. If you have at least 2 shots in your canister, you should almost always be looking to either secondary fire or primary fire before you hook. It ends up dealing so much extra damage to your burst. You know what I mean? Like right here, this guy had plenty of time. You could totally right click here, secondary fire, and or primary fire now into hook. And that first primary fire would have chunked him down to like this much health off. Then you hook him and then you chunk him again. So he'd be at like a quarter health at this point. But instead, how much health does he have? You got one hook. Yeah, he's only at about half. You could have had him down to a quarter, and maybe that would be enough to kill him. Probably not, but you know what I mean? There'll be times where like that initial burst damage is the difference between them dying or not. Okay, so I like that. I don't mind you doing that. You break the bubble, get some heals. Now, there was a shot before hook. I like that. That was good. I know you're looking for the squishy, which is fine too. Your team is you already lost like 3, so I think at this point this fight's over. Nice kill, but you're gonna die here. There's no way you live. Yeah, just concede. Shoot him. Nice. Get that all charge. All right, we take those. KarQ, what's the worst tank now? I don't know, to be honest with you. They're all kind of viable. I think Roadhog actually with the most recent nerfs. Now you switch to Winston. Okay, so you're just making an adjustment here. That's fine. You're mirroring. Oh, they went to Zarya. Winston, Zarya. They went off ball. Now you're on freaking... Oh, no, you're on Winston. Holy shit. Wait, you're red team. God, I kept looking there. They're on the same comp. Okay, so you're dropping down. Try to keep an eye for the squishies here before you make that leap. Right now, you're just going to be busy chasing without a bubble. Every leap should be at like a relatively... have like a meaning to it, unless you're doing it for positioning. Also, you probably didn't need the bubble there. One thing I've noticed with high tier Winstons, not to say you're not high tier, but it's an observation I make every time I play against like Overwatch League level Winstons. Like I watch 𝓐𝓼𝓼𝓲 or like I see like Muma. Like they actually do not bubble until they actually need to. Like right here, you clearly have an advantage of this Ashe. I mean, you maybe you could bubble like the coach gun, but realistically, you could probably just hold on to it the whole time instead of dropping that bubble here. Because the minute you dropped it, you already like left it anyways, and now that cooldown's down for like 13 seconds, right? Yeah, 12 seconds for this cooldown here. Like you dropped the bubble, but what did it really accomplish, right? Think about your bubbles way, way, way more. We don't just put that down for no reason. As to either cut off enemy healing, cut off enemy sight lines, or give you protection so you can bubble dance, but that accomplished nothing. Okay, you're jumping this Moira. I'm okay with this. Like you don't actually need to bubble that either right now. Well, I mean, I guess you get against the Widow shots, but like she's gonna pierce through it anyways because she's Moira. But at the end of the day, that one was not as bad as the one against Ashe, because even though you drop the bubble here, like this ball tries to come down and get an angle on you. You can't because this bubble's in the way. This one's not as bad, but I still probably wouldn't have dropped it there. It has to be also like put somewhere in a sight line where, you know, you can also cut the enemy off too. Okay, so I like this. You're actually playing up here early for some space and control. Oh, you almost have primal. You might be okay, actually. Be careful of that. Honestly speaking, I probably would have just chilled here. I don't think they knew you were here yet. Like, doing this is actually really good. This is what a lot of tanks will do. You made the right call by coming up here and chilling. You know they have two snipers. They have Ashe and Widow. True sniper and, like, half sniper. You can actually just camp here and wait till they eventually come up here. Just wait. You have to be patient. You kind of peaked too early while like they weren't all ready. That like some of them were still coming out of spawn. Your option is to wait here until a Widow comes, or you use your ears, wait until you hear a bunch of people commit to this choke, then you can like drop down behind them and Tesla like 4 of them, and then you bubble only when they turn on you, and then you can leap out, and you would have had primal at that point. But I think you peaked too early. There's 2 plays here. Once again, hide, wait for the sniper to jump up, punish, or just wait till they clump up and are committed and not looking and not checking for you. Because the moment they don't check on you, you know they're gonna tunnel vision onto like your Zarya or something, and that's when you drop in. Winston, as much as he is like a dive hero, when you run true dive, you're running Zarya Winston, so you actually kind of have to be an opportunist as well. You have to assess the situation. I mean, you could probably call for the Zarya bubble here too. Like, all right. If that Widow panic grappled right when she saw you, you might have been able to sneak. Be a little sneaky. Okay, you almost have your cooldowns back up. Oh, see, the fact that you did that early and now you dropped down, it gave their sniper angles, and then they literally got 3 picks while you were kind of just dancing and you had to fall down because they already found you. Like imagine if you just waited patiently. Maybe that Widow would have gotten the first pick or whatever, but then you could have dropped down and started harassing the Ashe, and the Ashe wouldn't have like turned and looked at your Widow or your Lucy or something. But anyway, nice. So this is a good drop. Okay, this you already have primal, so it's good. You probably could have waited a little bit longer. This is good juggle. Nice. Ooh, just missed. You missed the leap. I think you lose this juggle now. In hindsight, though, I probably wouldn't have even ulted just because when you saw the kill feed, you lost 3. It was 6 versus 3. And then you had to solo juggle a pocketed Widow. That just wasn't gonna fly. That one was more like, okay, you probably game sense recognition. You effed up, you knew that? Okay, that's fine then. As long as you recognize that. Nice. Your Zarya grabbed in combination with you. I think she bubbled you too. Nice. Good short leap there. Yeah, all you can really do is just leap them. I probably be careful of that. Nice. Yeah, just stay in that max range. Stay at the edge of your bubble. Nice. You still Tesla cannon them. Ooh, a beat. Nice. I know you want to go for their backline here, but yeah, there's just so much shit. Ooh, you got nanoed. Nice. Nice. Good. Well played so far. Leaping for extra damage here. Okay-ish. You're leaping for damage because you're close to primal. I thought that fight was played fine on your end, I'll be honest with you. That was okay. You guys win. Yeah, you get to go touch. Nice. Big plays here. Big plays. Try to boop him off. Oh, you guys caught. That's your teammates. Unfortunately, the primal, I mean, that was just like, oh, can we touch? Are we alive? That's just relative to like team calls. Okay, good. You're up here already. You don't need a bubble yet. Don't bubble. Don't bubble.
No one can hide.
Good, good, good. There's no point in bubbling this early. Good. I like the bubble discipline there. You didn't have to use it there, and I'm glad you didn't. They have 3 on point when they primal the point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. Nice. Save your leap for her grapple. Very good. Good assassination on their backline there. Are you getting pocketed? Yes. You assess you're getting pocketed, then you can probably go in a little bit more aggressive. Jump out. Nice. I guess you're kind of bubbling to cut off the bob too. Don't leap on this Mercy, please, for the love of God. Only leap. Oh wait, she didn't have a target to fly on. Okay, good. I thought she was gonna. I thought that was good actually. I don't know if you recognize. I actually couldn't tell. I wasn't sure if they're Moira ditched her, so it seems like they're Moira ditched her. If she was alone, she had nowhere to fly to. That's fine. That was good. That was good actually. I thought that Moira was still behind, so I was like, if you leap onto her and she flies away, you fucked up. But that was good though. You picked that up, and I didn't even realize that Moira decided to ditch her. Okay, I take that back. Well played there. Nice. Okay. Oh my god, more Roadhog. Nice. Firing. You still have a shot into hook. Try to hook him. Okay, nice try. That's fine. Look for this Doom or look for the monkey, for sure. That's tough. They did a lot of damage on you here. Looks like your team kind of got barreled in. But how the hell did you guys capture this? Okay, your team decided your snipers are just OP. You know what? At the end of the day, if your team wins the fight, fuck it. You made space. You distracted it long enough to allow it to enable your DPSs. Sure. Oh, that's a hook shot. Nice. Nice kill. I saw that too. My eyes lit up. You saw the same thing I did there. Well played. It's all about recognizing these opportunities. You can probably go for that too. Nice try. Watch out for the boop. The ball might boop your whip. Okay, that's fine. Crack the bubble. Good. No, you don't have to reload here. Probably do one more shot there. Go for the hook before you... These guys are stuck here. Free kill. Nice. You're dead though, but you got their Ana. Kind of worth. You keep thinking the enemy is red? Same. I got confused in the previous round too. Your team dropped the beat. Maybe... Yeah, you kept a lot of them out of the fight. Just so happens they've dumped a lot of ultimates to kill your team though. That's fine. Feel for your team. Hook them away from your team. Nice try. The idea was there. The execution could be better for the hook accuracy, but you know that's not something like. You kind of already lost 3. Okay. You're alive. Nice attempt. Nice attempt on the pick there. You actually probably, if you landed that hook, you probably could have killed her. Taking a breather when purple. Yeah. I mean, you have the damage when you're running here. That's like as good as it goes. But yeah. You could try your best to wait it out close to the end and start it. You still take 50% reduced damage while you're antied. So if you're getting shot at and you need to like tank some of the damage, it's still not a bad choice, depending on the situation. Remember that. Yeah. I thought it was okay there because you're kiting and running away. Kind of getting funneled in here. Nice go. So you got the opening pick. You got to be the one to lead. Do not play passive here. You got to run in. Good. Nice.
No one can hide.
She faded. You got that. Oh, that was so close. You could just get the point. Nice. Nicely done. Okay. Well, you also killed the ball. So you got 2 for 1. You got the Mora and the ball. That's fine. I think you guys win that. She's dead. A bit more patience on the hook there next time, but you're good. You can kill her. Ah, nice try. You going for her? Ooh, almost. If you're anti, you take less damage. Yes. So whenever you activate the ability, you still take... It's not even while you're antied. When you use Take a Breather, you heal 300, and you take 50% reduced damage during that time. If you're antied, you won't get the healing portion, but you can still make use of the damage reduction. Like right now, he kind of has to. And he used it near the end, so like he still got some healing at the end. Nice. We have a Bob here. I didn't think you need to reload there. Zone him out, zone him out. Oh, you kind of got booped. I was going to say, you could zone 2 people there. Random hook. Not all heroes. It's hog specific, yeah. That's a good pick there. I think you could be a bit more patient with your hooks. I feel like your hook accuracy is like less than 50% this game, but obviously it's just a 1 game. I'm only watching 1 game, so like it might be all over the place, but I think you can take your time and read it a bit more. Read the movements a bit better. Pattern recognition is half the battle between landing hooks. I know you probably could have went for one, but I know you're waiting in just in case their Winston bubbled or whatever, and you would have blocked your hook. It's okay. You're full here. Okay. You're playing straight ahead right now, which is fine. That's option 1. But would I flank in this situation? Okay, because they have a Widow, maybe not. But don't forget, you can also you can do this. You can go up these stairs, and then you turn to the left, and then you hop up here. That's like the true alpha hog play. But I think in this case, you kind of need to play straight up, or else if you leave, this hog and Winston are gonna rip apart your Zarya, which is fine. But someone's got to deal with this Widow. What do you have here? Ashe looking in that direction. Okay, you have a Widow dueling the Widow. You know what? I'm okay with you playing with your team here. I take it back. Yeah, I take it back. I was gonna say you flank, but I didn't realize they switched to Roadhog here too. You kind of have to challenge their hog as well, since you guys can burst each other down. Then you play with your Zarya, so your Zarya can bail you out. You should probably tell your Zarya, try not to bubble too early, because you kind of bubble off the hook. I mean, this is not a Zarya VOD review, but like, if you ever play Zarya and you're playing against the hog, like if your Zarya bubbled, hey, your Zarya bubbled you, perfect. You got saved. Hog.
This will heal you.
Okay. So here's where I go, okay. In the straight up challenging the enemies here up front, we've lost the last 2 fights. My mind would actually start considering, even though flanking doesn't seem like the right choice because they have a hog as well, if you're straight up losing the 6 versus 6, this is where you might maybe want to think about being a playmaker and trying a flank. See if you can be cheeky. I don't know, you came out early, your team is coming back. If you're just losing every 6v6 because the team just seems to have better coordination than you, this is where you have to consider like the X factor. Well, if you doing some weird, you doing that weird shit actually turn the fight for you? I mean, you can try one more straight up 6v6 here because you have ults, but they also have their ults too, so I don't know, it's kind of tough. Right? Remember that. You probably blast that. They have the beat there. Okay. I think you're dead. look at all these ults being tossed. Yeah, this is tough. Oh, wait, doable? Doable. No, not doable. You're dead.
Much obliged.
Yeah, see, like every 6 versus 6 has been tough here. I mean, you're running out of time, but like actually, like I said, on that second part, I probably would have thought about doing some weird off-angle stuff instead of coming on like straight through main, because they're waiting for you here. If you just took like a weird off angle, and I remember that hog was hiding here, you may not have seen you. You probably could have like pulled him off. That hog was hiding here. If you like hook pulled him off, maybe you wouldn't successfully kill him, but like this hog will turn around there. Winston will be like, wait, what the hell? The hog's behind. And it might have given your team like the space or opening to walk through a bit more cleanly. Just something else to consider. Not to say that would have been the right play in context, but like I'm just trying to ingrain in your mind different sort of paths, different pathing, and different. It's kind of risky, but like sometimes you have to try these kind of risks and know if they work or not. And I think, again, just because you've lost like 2 or 3 fights in a row in a straight up 6v6, and the fact that they won 2 fights in a row means they probably have built their ultimates faster than you have in most cases. You kind of have to do some weird shit. That's what I do on Ana sometimes, where I'm like, dude, we're just losing every fight. I can't even like find an aggressive anti. There is some downtime here. Maybe if I just go on a weird off angle and go for a cheeky off angle sleep and combo into somebody like when my team is close, like maybe that could be the pick or the opening play that my team needs to kind of finally burst through and win the fight. But it all depends on the execution. If you go for that risky shit and you fail to execute that ability and it gets punished, then it just looks like you're feeding even more. So it's always like one of those, in the moment, you kind of have to take over. It's kind of like if you watch basketball, it's like you have all these set plays, but sometimes in the 4th quarter, the superstars just got to take over. You just got to, sometimes you just got to take over the game and do some shit that's like off the books, you know? But yeah, okay. That pretty much like assesses the Roadhog play. I think number 1, take more time with your hooks. I feel like you're kind of just panic hooking. Number 2, I think you're also panic vaping a lot. I like the vapes in the previous round where you're healing, but like, I think sometimes you go down to like 450 health and then you just instantly use your take a breather. And being stuck in that animation may lose you out on some opportunities to kill some people, especially if your healers are still alive and they're able to pocket you and get all charge from themselves as well. And number 3, Roadhog is one of those heroes, especially because of that hook, where there were times definitely that you played well with your team, and there's times where I feel like you could probably take some risks. If that makes any sense, right? And yeah, don't panic so much and take a breather as well. Yeah, and don't panic on the hooks. And don't like run straight in a straight line like into them like that, because I remember like, I know like your Zarya grab, but you like walk straight up into a line like this and like you ended up getting a kill, but then you ended up dying. I think their hog is doing like the right thing. You saw how their hog was like hiding here and like playing on these weird off angles, just trying to distract them. Sometimes you have to play like that as well, or that's one of the styles, and just you got to mix and match based on the situation. If you're not winning, try something else. If you're winning, all right, whatever. Just be calm. All right, chat, what rank do you think this Roadhog was? And then we'll have Fat King Nick tell us what rank he was. I thought your mechanics were pretty good. Plat? I don't think that's gold. I think that's diamond. It like seemed pretty good, all things considered. I think it's like plat or diamond. Gold? Plat? Damn, I'm surprised. High gold, mid plat. I'm gonna go on a limb and say you're diamond, actually. Low diamond. No, you guys aren't trying to be rude. You're just being honest. That's fine. No one should be offended. 3.8k peak, 3.6k right now, main tank player. So try to learn Hog. Yeah, Hog is a little different than see, that felt like diamond level Hog. But if you're a main tank main, it's a bit different. It's like when it's like a different playstyle. If you're learning Hog just because like you normally play main tank, then yeah, I could tell you have that main tank instinct where you kind of just like, yeah, let's just walk straight up and like make space for my team in one way. But then when you play Hog, it's just like it's actually played completely different. That's why DPS players play Hog, but they like never play main tank. Yeah, well, actually, when I think about your Winston gameplay, that was pretty good. Like, other than like bubbling and off times, that few times, the other times were good. You're like spacing out the leaps, the jump control looked good during the Winston gameplay. Maybe it was a bit awkward when you like randomly primaled into 3 when the fight was like actually won, but I remember like the short leap to kill the Mercy. Maybe a bit more opportunistic. You jumped up here. The instinct to play up here was also really good. The juggle control was pretty good in this corner, minus the part that you like fucked up one leap. Probably just a bit more patience on Winston as well, and more patience on the bubble discipline. But okay, that was good. Gameplay review done. All right, let's